So this question goes to you first, Mr. Madison. So we talked, you mentioned test scores and other things. So I'm wondering what you see as a model school district that KUSD could learn from. And what about that school district makes it a model?
Well, there are there are schools in the system in our area that does a good job. I can't remember the name right offhand, but I would say that schools that have more control about their curriculum and how they teach and who they hire, let's say a private school or a real charter school that's not associated with the board, they have a tendency to do better. And you ask yourself, why do they do better, right? They do better because the bureaucracy and the school system, you can't. It's not a one size fit all approach. Each neighborhood is different. Each school has its own culture, right? And so I think that the teacher need to adjust their curriculum based on their students and how the student learn. And the school that does that more successfully are the privates and charter schools that are not the non-instrumentality charter schools. They do a hell of a job producing grades. And also you look at the private schools like Christian Life and Kenosha Lutheran and Joseph, they do a good job. And what's the difference? One of them, the school has more freedom to maneuver. And then in the public school system, it's so bogged down with the bureaucracy and have to teach a certain way and have to have a certain curriculum. I think it's have a negative impact on student learning.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Adams?
Yes, thank you. Okay, if we were to look at a school to model, I would not look outside of Kenosha Unified School District. I think we're one of the best school districts in the state. We have over 19,000 students. We have, 3 high schools, 5 middle schools, about 22 elementary schools, 5 charter schools, 5 choice schools, and Head Start program. We have all of that. We can't compare ourselves to a private school that does not have 19,000 students. That would be apples to oranges. So if we were to go outside of our district, I would say then we would look at how one of the other 2 largest school districts do things and what are their success stories. Because, when you compare us to a private Catholic school, it's just not a good comparison. We have schools that shine in our district and they'll present to the board. They have programs within their schools that are working, sharing, how their school year went, and their best practices is how our other schools can improve. So we have school improvement plans, and those are important that we evaluate how the schools are doing. So I would look at our own school district. We're one of the best, and we need to improve, of course, in certain areas, but we're a model school ourselves.